A solar-powered microbrewery has just opened its doors for business. It uses organic ingredients and its beer is already on sale in local pubs. It's the latest in at least 14 small breweries to launch in the region this year, taking on the industry giants and making an impact in their local communities. I've been investigating just how much our beer drinking habits are changing. The face of modern brewing: bright, shiny, solar-powered and organic.
This is torrefied wheat, so it's one of the ingredients that we use.
What does torrefied mean?
So it's wheat that is smashed at a high temperature.
Okay.
That adds a bit of head retention to the beer.
So fine, isn't it?
So
Dartis Goll, who's 33, had had enough of the pressures of working in this city and decided this was how he wanted to earn a living instead.
Firstly, we focus on the environment. Secondly, community. And thirdly, health. One of the things we don't do is add isinglass to the beer.
Yes, explain to me what that is.
So isinglass is fish bladder, which traditionally they put in all the cask beers, and what that does is clear the beer. Isinglass has quite a pungent smell, so by not adding it to the beer, the taste of the beer is going to be a lot more pure.
The beer is bottled on site in Milton Keynes, but is also available on draft in the pub, to be sampled by the most discerning customers.
I was a bit dubious when I was told it was solar powered and vegan, and I thought, well, I'll try it anyway, and it's actually very nice. It's like a summer ale, I would call it, rather than a traditional bitter, but it's very, very nice.
We now have 20,000 fewer pubs in the UK than we did 30 years ago, but we also have more microbreweries per head of population than any other country in the world. So how are our drinking habits changing? Well, here at this microbrewery in Leighton Buzzard, they have a regular fish and chip night, a weekly shop and sampling sessions, as well as partnerships with other local businesses.
I've got a core range of 4 beers. So at the minute I've got a beer called Ninja, which is a summer beer, which was named by my son, who's into ninjas and karate and things.
You've got Borrowers Bitter, local influence again.
That's right, Mary Norton wrote the Borrowers in Leighton Buzzard. Narrow gauge because we've actually got a narrow gauge railway in Leighton Buzzard. And also restoration ale because £1 for every car sold goes to the All Saints Preservation Trust for the restoration of the church in the town.
John too gave up a career, this time in renewable energy, to focus on his passion. But with around 10,000 beers on the market now, how do you stand out?
I think it's a very saturated marketplace with 1,500 breweries, many thousands of beers. It is important that brewers get their branding right and get the interest of people. And I think it works particularly well when there's a local story behind the beer. That really gets people interested. It makes the brewery part of the community.
They claim there's a beer to suit everyone's taste, and a modern approach appears to be the way forward.
I think when I was young, women who drank beer were looked upon with suspicion. Beer was regarded as a man's drink. I think now there are a lot more women drinking beer, and I think the old man's drink image is fast disappearing.
There was a time when many towns had their own brewery, but these were gobbled up by industry giants. Now it appears local microbreweries at the heart of their communities are on their way back, with an ever greater choice of tastes to give the big boys a run for their money.